So before we begin the tax levy, we do have few statutory items we will need to disclose. First, Public Act 1020895 requires the school district to disclose its fund balances during the tax levy presentation. Next slide discloses that information. Slide discloses the beginning fund balances for FY26 total $17,532,753. Public Act 1030394 places another disclosure requirement on the district. And this act sets a maximum reserve rate for its operating funds at 2.5 times the annual expenditures of its operations funds. Previous 3 years. If the district exceeds the maximum, they must submit a fund reserve plan to the state. As this chart reveals, what we also disclosed in the tentative tax levy presentation, the year-end June 30th balances of our operation funds held only 60% of the 3-year average. Expenditures as such, the district is not required to submit a fund reserve plan at this time. And now for the moment, everybody is waiting for the final tax levy. Before that is presented, I have a prepared statement in response to the college football playoff selection. Just kidding.
Don't test the ball.
Right? But I did want to quickly review the steps of the levy process. The levy that the administration will ask you to tonight is based on an estimated EAP construction. In March, the county will apply the limiting cap with the CPI measure of 2.9%. That means our tax extension cannot increase by more than 2%. However, any new construction is exempt from cap, and the district will receive additional revenue over 2.9% that we'll review on the next slide. So back in November, on our tentative tax levy, we estimated $7.5 million in construction. Purpose for that was to capture unknown new construction that the made for the property. That increase brought us over to 5.17%. That would allow us to hold a taxation hearing tonight, just in case. However, since that time, we received our construction actuals, still estimated county assessors, which brought our new construction more in line at $2.4 billion. So obviously well below 7.5. Very happy with this number, but again, that brought us well under 5%, which means we do not need to hold a true taxation hearing tonight. After discussion, the last column here, the final levy. After discussion, the finance committee, we still wanted to make sure we didn't lose any new property that maybe wasn't baked into those estimates. So we are going to bring it up to below the 5%, ballparking at 7 million just in case. However, the column under here where it's expected is where we truly think it would be. The taxpayer again will have the extension limits at 2.9%. When new construction comes in, we're estimating that the school district will receive an additional 3.4%. Last year, the taxpayer still at 2%. The higher EAP will drive the tax rate down. That will be the final levy that is given to the county this one. We have any questions, discussion on the tax? Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, next we'll move down to administrative reports, and I'll hand it over to Dr. Fitzgerald, teaching and learning.
I'd like to thank the board for education. for allowing me to talk today on learning and teaching that's going on in the last month in our district. Basically highlighting some of our events from the Teacher Institute Day on November 14th. We did have our Savas science training. I listed some of the very specific things that we went over. Pointing out one specific thing is learning how to navigate through the content. It was most aligned to learning standards in the shortest amount of time. And the reason that is important is because at the elementary level, we do share time social studies with science. And so that allows teachers to get to the essential content in a way that was short on planning time, and they can just go through it and hit those key topics. We also did Quest, which was a lot of hands-on learning. I think one of the most exciting things was just bringing the teachers together in the room, all the elementary teachers together, and then we had Mrs. Valgos from here. They were problem solving and helping each other just as much as, if not even more than the person that we had in from Savas through their past experiences. So that was a really valuable session. We also had a speaker, Dr. Salamoni, brought in for language-rich classrooms, shared ideas and strategies for incorporating language in a variety of ways, including to get students to speak more from an academic perspective. And it was important because this, while pointed at EL students, it was actually something to be valuable for all students. Instructional coaches, Mr. Christopher and Mrs. Anthony, gave a presentation to Benjamin on the Magic School AI platform. And again, has a whole bunch of tools that are there for us. The one I highlighted, which I think is just important one, is how to adapt content for diverse learners and multilingual support with their text leveler differentiation tools. And then Dr. McGill, Mrs. Smith, and I continued our learning walks in 6th grade and kindergarten. We have one more learning walk to do at Evergreen. It's the 18th, maybe of December. And then we're done with round 1. And then I've already got the second half of the year scheduled. Just send out reminders or send out emails to the staff to go to the second round. So high school articulation. I've been working with the principal of West Chicago High School, along with the principals from Whitfield and Lehman Middle School, and going on monthly articulation visits as principals. And one of the things that we had requested from the middle school level was more articulation with the high school, because we haven't really had a ton of academic articulation with our subject areas. So we've got meetings set up for the 13th, 20th, and 27th of January, and that'll cover all of our 8th grade teachers to get over for science, ELA, math, but also our STEM, our art, and to see what they're doing. So it's going to involve classroom observation and then meeting with the department chair after. We're able to schedule it so it's half days, so we can get a sub for a whole day here and they can cover 2 people. So we're excited about that. Other than that, we're just getting ready for the strategic planning meeting, the data retreat tomorrow.
All right, beautiful. Sir, back over to you for the business operation.
Sorry. Thank you, President Rogers. As you saw in the reports, technology, Mr. Martin, how are you? Nice to see you today. He's been very busy working on security. It's a number of different multi-factor things that are going on, and internet things, surprisingly, is what it's called. You're talking about the last part with the number of surge and cyber attacks that our district is on. Watch for. So, see, Mr. Martin, very busy this month on keeping our license infrastructure safe. In regards to business and operations report, please report that there's not a lot to talk about. And even January, absolutely nothing. So you can see some various initiatives that IASMO is heading. I'm sure we'll be talking about that in next land meeting. District Safety Committee met last month and very proud of the work they're doing, making some fantastic recommendations. Response to cardiac response plan, as well as our normal drills. Any questions? Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. Happy to be here tonight and report on our strategic planning process. As many of you know, last Thursday, we had an orientation presentation on interaction from 4 to 6 p.m. via Zoom. This is to kick off our strategic planning. It's the first of 5 meetings. Our second one is tomorrow in this very room. So we're gonna be getting set up right after this and making sure everything's right where it needs to be. But this first meeting is our data retreat. And essentially what it is it's a look at everything Benjamin. What is the state of the district in a sense? Going really in depth in a lot of different areas. The participants on the committees, or the strategic planning committee rather, are gonna see 3 different presentations. They'll see one on student academic achievement. They'll see another on learning and working environments, and they'll see a third on finance, facilities, and technology. And these are each a half-hour presentations that the administrators and principals in the district have worked really, really hard on to be able to get all the information within a half hour. It's a bigger challenge than you would think to be able to distill it all the way down to a half hour. And each one will have a presentation for a half hour, then followed by 15-minute Q&A, and then it'll rotate. So they'll get to see all 3 of those presentations, including some other perception data for the district, including 5 Essential survey and even a survey from 9th grade students who are at WeGo that went to Benjamin before. So lots of good data to kind of kick us off. The product of this first meeting is a SWOT analysis. So what are our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats? And so the strategic planning committee will come up with that SWOT analysis. Each table, there's 6 tables, those will be compiled. That product will be shared out to the community so that parents, staff, anybody that wants to contribute that sees something missing or that disagrees with something that's there, they can have their voice heard as well. And then over the next month, that'll be finalized. And that'll go into our second whole day retreat, which is really all about vision. Where should we want to be in, let's say, 5 years of aspiration? And what is it that a Benjamin graduate is? What are those attributes and competencies? So really excited. We're like right in the heart of it right now. Tomorrow's like the big kickoff day. So really good things happening. And we have, I said in the orientation, we have our dream team. So you all know the dream team from the NBA finals a long time ago with Jordan and Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, all those great guys. This is the dream team of Benjamin. And I really mean it because we have students, we have parents, we have teachers, staff, we have everybody, administrators, and we have board members. It's really just everybody coming together, and it's gonna be really exciting. I've already heard informal feedback from people saying how excited they are and how they're already having ideas going on in their minds. And so we just want to encourage that because even the crazy ideas, if they don't work out at first, they turn into better ideas down the road, build up those ideas. So really excited for that. I also want to mention that several of the board members attended the IASA Joint Annual Conference. Since 2 weeks ago now. Really great opportunity to learn about good governance and good board stewardship. Just really some really good sessions there. I also want to do a quick recognition. This is for Marquita Camacho Hernandez. She manages our payroll at district office. And she has just completed a rigorous 35-hour support program through IASBO. And she was recognized on Friday with Dr. Felix and some other members of our district office. And I want to highlight this because this is not something she had to do. She didn't have to do the 35-hour program to get better at her craft, but she chose to do it. And this really shows the commitment that our district office staff have in continuing to learn and improve and make things better for the district. And as many of you know, Sully is also in a program right now. And I want to highlight these things because they're really important and they really signify just really what we're all about, which is continuous improvement and continuous learning of our staff. So I really want to celebrate Marquita. If you see her, congratulate her. 35 hours, it's a lot of work. And so she deserves to be recognized. So thank you, Marquita, for your dedication to continuously craft. We have a few GPS parent series coming up. We have one on finding and getting into college that's right for you. That's an annual one that they do, which is really good if you have some kiddos headed into that age. We have another one on mental health, supporting your teen's mental health journey in high school, college, and beyond. That's on December 16th. And then we have Lighthouse Parenting, guiding teens to develop independence and coping skills to navigate their own journey. And that's on January 13th. And all these are at noon and 7 p.m. and they're on Zoom. So you can watch it from your couch. It's really convenient. Really great. We support GPS, and we want to make sure that our families know because there's a resource out there for them as well. It's totally free. And then finally, we had one Freedom of Information Act request. It was for the most current and existing records listing all active employees within your school district. And they asked for the name, position, work email address, work location from CT Mills. And this request has been responded to within the required time frame. Thank you.
Thank you. We did have at least one committee meeting with finance and facilities. Would anybody care to share that out?
I can do the facilities. So Bridget and I met with Dr. Felix and Dr. McGill on Monday, I think that was. And so they shared the status of our current capital plan that we have. And the capital improvements that's been made since 2024, and the scope of work that's remaining under our current 3-year plan that we have. We were also presented with an initial draft of the 10-year health and life safety survey, which is a 10-year cycle that they have around that. That survey is done by the district's architect, and then it's submitted to the Illinois State Board of Education. The report itself identifies potential safety concerns related to electrical, plumbing, architectural, and our fire systems. We then kind of turn that over to discussing integrating those necessary health and life safety work and also the remaining scope of work that's being refreshed into our next capital plan. We're going to then take that over and discuss that with the finance committee to begin discussing how to fund that work. Dr. Felix and Dr. McGill also presented the fiscal year 26 school maintenance project grant that's underway, and then the facility committee authorized the administration to present work for approval at the December meeting.
Thank you. And the finance committee, myself and Joel, and eventually Dr. McGill joined us. We discussed previously as the tax levy and how we were going to make sure we captured all of that possible new money coming to us. We also discussed funding a lot of those things that you were just discussing, right? The life safety and what are our options moving forward. So we've got, I think, some good plans coming and be able to run money around to meet all of our needs.
Beautiful. Don, we have a PTA?
PTA is always active.
I know. You guys got the fun.
Since we last met, there was a hot cocoa delivery at both Benjamin and Evergreen. That was pretty good. Kids really loved it, and a total surprise for the kids. So that was exciting. I'll report back to you on the kindergarten parent meet and greet, and it was scheduled for Monday the 24th. Well, 2 parents came, but that's 2 more parents that got to make connections with the PTA as well as each other. Tomorrow is chef's night out. Actually, it's chefs all day at McAllister's. A generous 20% is donated back to PTA. So you just make your selection, you pay for it, get the receipt, you put it in a bucket, we're done. So it's all day, 10:30 till 9, 10:30 a.m. till 9. So that's exciting. This Saturday is the bazaar. Always looking for volunteers. I think setup will be Friday, probably after half day, and then all day Saturday from 9 to 3. So I'm looking forward to that. I know my granddaughter's in the choir, so she's going to get to sing. What else have we got? Ice cream days. We're the 3rd and the 4th at Evergreen and Benjamin, and the next one is the 17th and 18th. And Kids always look forward to that. I have mint fudge ice cream for the fourth graders because they've asked for it. It was a real hit last time, so I went to Woodman's, got whatever they had, 10 packages, 8 in a packet, and I got 80 cups for them. Put them aside for the fourth, someone's. Midnight. Yeah. Wow. And then finally, a quick shout out, not necessarily PTA, but it is Evergreen related. It's Girl Scout cookie season, starts Friday. Girls will be selling them with their order forms, taking orders and pre-orders that for the cookies that will be delivered in January. So just an aside to that, a week ago Wednesday in this room, Girl Scout Troop 56610, third graders at Evergreen, which is a troop of 20. We had the regular meeting, but we invited all the other troops from the area, including, District 93, West Chicago, Winfield. There was over 100 people here, kids and parents, for the kickoff, the cookie rally. So we get our own mini cookie rally here in this room. This district. The big cookie rally is the Saturday after New Year's at Allstate Arena.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It's a whole arena filled with the Girl Scouts.
Yes, and included, so there's scout activities. And then I think about probably about 5:30, there's a Taylor Swift extravaganza presentation. And then you can stay for the hockey. It's quite a day.
That's keeps it like skills that you need to shake people down to cook,
That's all, yes, it's for the kids at all ages, for the scouts to learn how to market. This is their business. Well, good hit check to the back. And thank you, President Rogers, that was my report.
That's awesome.
I just wanted to add, Triple I, I was so excited to see that we did a thing on, Magnet School Bus by Mr. Christopher Anthony, because Andrew and I sat in an AI, conference, and they were just going on about Magic School Bus, so it's really cool to see like that come through, and I was like, oh, this is great, like our school's doing it too now, and so it was a really interesting about AI, but I'm glad to see that we're doing that too at our school.
And this isn't necessarily the section, I guess, but if the staff holiday breakfast is next Friday, so if anybody had, that's the best of somebody. So 6:30.
AM.
Yeah.
It starts that time, we can get a little later.
All right, now we're moving on to public comment on agenda items. Has anybody submitted a blue card for public comment? Seeing none, we will move on to the consent agenda. Does any board member wish to remove any items to the consent agenda for second consideration? Hearing none, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
Second.
A roll call, please.
Member Action.
Aye.
Member Turner.
Aye.
Member Sender.
Aye.
Member Miss Peterson. Aye. Member Melanson. Aye. Member Ryan.
Aye. All right, and now we're moving on to action items, which we have 3. And the first one is the 2025 tax levy. May I have a motion to approve the 2025 tax levy as presented?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Member Action.
Aye.
Member Turner.
Aye.
Member Sender.
Aye.
Member Melanson. Aye. Member Rogers.
Aye.
Member. Aye.
Right. Next is the property tax appeals resolution. You guys need to say anything about that? This is an annual thing that we do every year.
Yeah,
Just
just
gives you authority.
allows attorneys to step in.
Okay, this is just to argue on our behalf of any property tax appeals that they come from. May I have a motion to approve the property tax appeals resolution as presented?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Member Sender.
Aye.
Member Action.
Aye.
Member Turner.
Aye.
Member Miss Peterson. Aye. Member Melanson. Aye. Member Rogers.
Aye. And last is the school maintenance project grant. May I have a motion to approve the school maintenance project grant as presented?
Second,
Any discussion on that one? Roll call please.
Member Turner,
Aye.
Member Peterson. Aye. Member Valencia. Aye. Member Ekstrom. Aye. Member Sandberg.
Aye.
Member Rogers.
Aye. Okay, next one, we're asleep. Public comment on non-agenda items. If we have any public comments? Having none, we are gonna go on to discussion items, which we just have, with one thing. Well, sir.
So this is the first reading of Press Plus 120. It looks a lot more ominous than it actually is. It's a lot of pages, but very few changes. So most of it is just language changes and reference updates. There is one addition, and it's when it comes to curriculum. It has a question: do we want to add in line with the law, Irish famine and famine genocide in Ukraine? Yes or no? Pick yes. More content is always better than less content. Other than that, there's not very many changes. But take a look. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email. In January, we're gonna do second reading of approval. Otherwise, nothing, not too much of substantive changes here. So, but do take a look, because in January, we'll be seeing this again.
I really appreciate it. I'm assuming this will be with the cover pages and everything together, so they are awesome and keeping everything organized. So much so that I'm still, so it's been great.
Actually.
You know, all right.
I mean,
Everyone's stolen. I think it's great.
good ideas get stolen.
It is an absolute bear to read through some of that stuff,
That's
so.
right.
All right, and there's not been any communication between the board and the public, so we are off discussion items and on to adjournment. Quick meeting, we have a motion to adjourn the meeting, Benjamin 25 regular Board of Ed at 7:32. So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, and quick for ahead. That's gotta be right. There we go. So now I gotta go watch that drumming the Eagles are about to take tonight. So excited.
Watching on Disney.